So today we have this question 165, compare version numbers. So in this question there will be two strings given, and the strings are basically version numbers and they are split using the dot. What we have to do is we have to compare them and return this. So if the version number is less than version 2, we'll return -1. If it is greater than 1 and if both are equal, then we'll return 0. And in the constraint, all the version numbers are 32-bit integers and all are valid version numbers. So there will be no invalid input. So to solve this question, what we can do is first, uh, first we will convert this string into different numbers. Like the string is given as 1.1.0. We'll convert it into an array like 1 comma and 0. Same for the v2 also. Let's say v2 is given as 1.0. We'll convert it into 1 comma 0, and then we will compare in dice wise. For example, this one and this one, this 0 and 0, and there might be a case where here the length of the array has become 3 but it is 2, so we don't have anything to compare here. So instead of, so what we can do is in that place we can just put a 0 here and then compare it likewise. So here you can see that these both are equal but this one is greater, so v1 is greater, so we'll just return the 1. So let's start. First what we'll do is we will split the strings into arrays. For that we can just take an array of strings. Let's say v1 is equal to, we'll use the string split method here and dot. Also one thing to remember is we cannot directly put dot because the split method actually accepts a regular expression and dot has a special meaning in that expression. So what we'll do is we will escape using this backslashes. Same for the version 2 also. Now that we have both of them, we'll just loop through them, check for the, compare one by one and return the results accordingly. Now to check for this, what we'll do is we will loop until the longest string. For example, here this has 3 characters and this has only 2, so we'll loop till 3. I think we can just use a math.max here. So anything that is any string that is longer, we will be looping with that end, and then we can just convert this into number. Second, we'll just say num1. So what we have to do is also check that ith value is not out of bound. For example, in this example for the v1, at the end the ith value will be 2 but there is no 2 here. So what we have to do is we have to put a check here that I should be less than the length of the array. If it is, then we will just return the, what we'll do is we will parse that integer and use it here. Otherwise we'll just put the 0 here. Let's do the same. Let's get for v2. Now that how we have both of the numbers, we can just check for them. We'll just write a if statement. If num1 is less than num2, then we'll just return -1. Else if num1 is greater than num2, we'll return 1. And after completing the fish, if after completing the full loop, if nothing is returned, we can just return 0 here. Okay, all looks good. Let's run. Okay, let's check for all the test cases. So I think there is no test case for 1 here. That is where the version 1 is bigger. So let's create a test case for that. For example, here we can do 2.21, and it works. So let's submit. Yeah, so it passes all the test cases and it's also quite fast.